And everybody, I'm gonna talk about the awful lack of fashion design resources here in the South, not just in Birmingham, but this is the lack of fashion design resources is awful all throughout America because the cities like there's New York, Atlanta, and probably San Francisco. Those are the three big. Those are the three. Some of the three biggest of the few big fashion design. I mean, they offer fashion design courses. But I was told that I should go to school in New York, but New York is already overcrowded, and so is Atlanta, and probably so is probably San Francisco too. But I can always apply for a scholarship, but it's not the fact that I may have to try to get my fashion design degree at home if I can on the internet because it is somewhat simpler. If not, I may go back to school just for culinary because it ain't gonna take me that long to finish. Because culinary is tied into with fashion design, especially with the more expensive foods that people like cook at weddings and some of this fancy stuff we can cook at home even in our ovens too. So that kind of figures. And it don't cost that much to make at home either because we can make it with the same stuff we've been making it with. But another thing that I want to do, go to fashion major in fashion design is toy design because and art too because those are also tied into with fashion because he is well, this is a normally like a G.I. Joe style action figure, but he's called a world peacekeeper. And this is the best line of 11 and a half inch action figures that are out. And he's fully articulated. And his joints are realistically colored, but the proportions aren't accurate like they are on the Barbie made to move dolls. Her joints are better, but his joint down here is much more versatile down there, but as for the Barbie made to move, it just go up and down. And people are still waiting for Made to Move Ken, but this is better than Made to Move Ken because this is a regular action figure. These cost like maybe $10 to $20 depending on where you buy them. But I bought mine for $20 simply because I knew this one was easy to customize because he had hair, but he's bald. He had like the bald head. I could easily remove the hair, repaint it, and add extensions and I repainted his face with fine paint brushes and acrylic paints and pierced his ears but he came with the dog tag. But one thing I love about these is they fit Ken's clothes. I never knew that was I don't think G.I. Joe could have did that because G.I. Joe was always more muscular than Ken, but this guy is actually slim as the new Ken, but he's also jointed crap Velcro catching on. He's also double jointed at the torso and the stomach area. Wait a minute, this is triple jointed because there's a joint here, here, and here. So, and his head does bend up and down and turn, but because of how he's built, the joints are tighter. So these make perfect fashion design. These make perfect fashion posing action figures as well as dolls too. So that's a big accomplishment because I will be making more custom peacekeepers because these don't take up a whole lot of space and I can keep these organized because designing something like this is worth it now because the selection in black boy dolls like Ken is real and people are noticing that because and the black Ken dolls Mattel make that we can find articulated bodies for are too light. And the dark skinned ones they made like this, they made them once and they never made them again because as black people we got something similar to this this is what's selling at Mattel. Not black Ken with black folks is actually articulated real black celebrities like Will Smith. He's also articulated, but he doesn't have the fashion versatility that Ken got. And everything is molded on, but this was originally $40, but I got lucky and found 3 of these for only $3 a piece because the other one is still in his box in storage. But this is a great reference because growing up as a black boy in the 90s, Will Smith was good role model because he was an actor in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Who doesn't remember that show? Because Mini J. Mike style is also similar to that, but this is something that we will wear today. These hoodies are very in style now, but this t-shirt is supposed to be a separate piece, but since it's attached to one, I could easily remove this. But I kind of like these little shirts because Mattel doesn't make that many Ken shirts anyway, so that's a plus. And she's also a this was basically a Kenner Darcy doll. Found her at the thrift store for only $1.99. Plus, I found her a DC Superhero Girls body at Walmart for only $5. Cause these bodies are more recently. Cause this is around the time where Walmart getting rid of these old bodies, that we can easily do something. You and your child can easily do something this summer if they're into fashion design. Because this is a big help. Because this style looks way different than what she did in the 70s, because I removed her factory lips and I added eyeshadow, a heart deco, pink eye deco, pink lipstick, teeth, and earrings. So yeah. But I like this body because this is very similar to her original body, because this is also one of those tall, this is kind of like one of the taller 70s realistically proportionate body types. But and the shoes and the little heels that came with the WWE girl I got can fit on the Darcy body. But I had to throw the original Darcy body away because she was sticky and moldy, and she's from the 70s. Now come on, why would we want to keep the moldy body? But her head was pretty salvageable anyway, so that's why I popped the head off and put it on a new body. So, and that's what a lot of people are doing in the toy industry now, and adult toy collector community. But I'm part of the toy. I consider myself part of both because I customize my own, and I was already a part of the toy community when I published this back in last year. So everybody can still buy this on Amazon. I'm gonna try to link the Amazon and publisher link at the bottom, because you can buy this book at more places too, especially if you're looking for my professionally published version, which is I'm finna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the professionally published version. That cost me like $600 to $700 to publish, but it costs some money to publish this. But actually, I don't like this one. A lot of people do, but this doesn't look realistic to my art style. But I'm glad that Litfire made this orange. But this is what I was originally going for, because this is my natural drawing, if you know me. And there's also my natural drawing in here at the end of the story, which is why I don't mind it. This one, I set this one for $14.99, but there's also a budget version of my book that's $9.99 on Amazon. But this one doesn't have the pictures on it, but it's still a good book either way, because it's the same story. But sometimes we gotta make budget lines, budget toys, and budget books. But the thing I like about this one is there's more pages. And one thing I don't like about this one is it's all cramped up into a small book. And it's basically 51 pages, but that's still a good amount of pages for children to read. But this one has bigger words than 100 pages. So this one is actually more fun to read. And which is why I colored this, because I knew that's how great I was with the custom skin tones, because this instruction sheet was blank when I got it with this doll here. This is one thing we had to do as toy designers. We had to buy some of the old stuff new in box. It could cost a pretty good penny, but it was worth it at the end, especially since I colored this perfectly. And this looks just like the packaging, the old and new Kenya doll packaging. Because this is the new Kenya doll, one of the newer 2016/20. This is a 2016 Kenya prototype, but she's made with the same hair the 25th anniversary one for last year is made with. This one was $20 in 2016, but last year the 25th anniversary one was $15 at TJ Maxx, and both of these dolls have the best. This doll line has the best play line, still has the best Playline doll hair there is for a low budget price, and the quality almost matches the Baby Alive's of the similar price range. Because he's normally $25, but Toys R Us have this fellow had this plenty of this fellow for $12.50, but that still was cheaper than $20. So that happens when stores have sales and go out of business, because Baby Alive's like this. I also seen him at Target before the Toys R Us sale started, so that's good for y'all who got him on sale. But I bought him at regular price just simply because he was also worth it, because he come with many accessories. And these are two of my favorite. These are both my favorite 18-inch boy dolls / favorite 18-inch dolls, because this was an American Girl Truly Me 28 that I customized into a boy to my liking, and this is the Walmart My Life As brand boy. I like both of them, but I like the Walmart version better, because if I would have took his head off and found some hazel eyes, and he probably would look like me. But I wish Walmart would make these with different skin tones, because that's how they could beat out Mattel too. But I think these are already doing better than Mattel, because the quality is pretty decent for this to cost like $30, and a lot of times you can find this for actually $13, because I found my other boy like this with this same skin tone for only $15 last year, so that figures. And he's from, it says this is from 2016 City Toy. His body says 2015, but I have him since 2016, so his box says 2016 Walmart on, so that's figures. And I like the 18-inch accessories, like this probably like a smartwatch, and I had this since last year, and it also came with a little tablet. So, and these shoes came with this outfit too, which is pretty nice, because this outfit was $10. But as for Chase's shoes, Chase's shoes was $10 on eBay, because the craftsmanship of these. But these can also be cheaper on sites like AliExpress, because I also may have seen something like this on there. But I like both of these boy dolls, because if I would have gave this one hazel eyes, he would have been just like me. But I like both of them the same way. So, and as for the Made to Move Curvy Barbie, a lot of people are upset with Mattel because they still haven't produced enough of these bodies yet, because they produced her the same way they produced the Made to Move Skateboarder last year, if y'all remember. And a lot of people found that doll later, and some of them found her that's Made to Move Skateboarder just found the Made to Move Skateboarder this year, so that's crazy. And both of these are hard to find. This is a Walmart exclusive Made to Move hiker, and I found this one the day before, and I found this one the day after. And if we're starting our own lines, we have to keep this in mind too. So yeah. Well, everybody, this was it. This was a quick blog, cause I spent most of my money on my education, and I'm still researching this stuff while I go into the Walmarts and City Trends and beauty supply stores and examining all this stuff and see which will be for my action figure line. I decided that it'd be best if I start my action figure line with a smaller toy company, because the larger toy companies don't really care about the quality. Like City, I'm gonna tell y'all something. City Toy, Smart Zone, who makes this one, care about the quality at the same time. Those are both good quality for their pricing. And I'm trying to see who. And the people who make these New World Peacekeepers, these are also great quality from us. These are not big advertised toy brands, and they're still just as great quality. So it depends on what you all want to do as collectors. And wait a minute. My older World Peacekeeper from around 2004, 5-ish, maybe, it also tells the company who makes these on the older ones, and it is M&C Toy, whatever. But I'll link the World Peacekeepers Instagram page around here. But one doll I didn't mention in this video was the Fresh Dolls. But I may talk about them in the next video, or another one. But I like that they're starting off good. But like I tell everybody, they're still working on the improvements with their branding. And I'm glad Dr. Lisa listened to us. But yeah, this is it for this video.